Good morning, everybody. Today is Wednesday, April 9th. Sorry I was away for a little bit. I was out at AEW Wrestling out there in Philadelphia. This is a nice shot that I got. It was actually really good seats, and a lot of the arena where I was looking at, people had some good seats there, which is fun time. I did not get home until 3 in the morning, and I barely woke up for work. Like, if I had to drive in for work, I would have been screwed. But luckily, I work from home, and I needed the last 2 days just to recover from it. It was such a great time. If you are a fan of wrestling and never seen it live, you are missing out. You got to do it at least once. You don't have to have the greatest seats in the world, but the atmosphere, the seeing and hearing everything was just amazing. Now, news Neopets. There's nothing on Jelly Neo, but interesting enough on here, as of April 8th, the Festival of Neggs is just 2 days away, which is April 10th. Today's April 9th, so one day away. This year, premium members will receive a variety of unique prize opportunities in every Negg, as well as a chance at even more bonus items at the end of the event. This is some messed up stuff. Take a look at that coin. Yep, down here. Yeah, let me zoom in. Uh, they're in it to win it. That's for sure. That's some messed up stuff that I see right there. But that's how it is. Again, what I always say to you is make sure to watch out for your budget. Don't go over if you can afford it. Premium's nice to have. Do you really need to have this coin? You might tell me yes, but the answer is obviously no. You don't need that over food or housing or anything else. It's a nice to have, but nothing that you need to really actually have. And eventually you could just trade it for Neopoints. Because as we've seen, some of this stuff reappears once, twice, maybe 3 times into the future, but they will bring their prices down, so I wouldn't worry about it all that much. That's what I'm saying. Okay. User lookup of the week. What else we got? Gallery spotlight. Oh, that looks really cool. And then take a look at the art gallery handmade item day. That is some amazing. So let me just open this. I didn't look at it myself. I just saw what was here in the news. People definitely went all out for this. I think it's really cool. It's amazing to see how talented people really are. And I tell you, I have zero talent in this arena. I can't imagine it. This reminded me of little hacky sacks if you're back in the day with little hacky sacks, but that looks really nice. I do like it. It's very simple. It's peas, of course, but at the same time, I would like to have that. Yeah, I would actually like to have that. So Neo Cash News. Let's see. Just scroll down. These, I will say again, I can see why people are into the capsules. They look really cool, and they have some movement. Oh my god, that they look nice. But I spent a ton of money on it. No, but they do look really nice. I give you that. All the people that spend money on that. So getting out of here, there's one other thing. Neopets premium people, you ended up with this goodie bag. It was interesting to see. It always surprises me when I get it. I know people are really excited because some of them got the Queen Fiora. Where is she? Queen Fiora stamp. Listen here at 70 million. I know it's dropped down just a wee bit. So it just, I like all these other ones. I again just threw mine into my gallery. I actually don't even know how many I have at this point. I'm not gonna open it, and even then, if I did open it one day, it's going to be on the very first day, not the the follow-up months afterwards, because of course that's going to be the most expensive. And take a look at this. Very Employment Agency Isuki Khan year 26 goodie bag. 3 of them. Not even just one, 3 of them. That's awesome. That is some crazy stuff. I know it's not, I don't want to say on purpose. It's randomly picked from a number of different rarities, and you just get what you get. I mean, some of these stamps over here. Going back to this goodie bag, sorry. Going back to this goodie bag. Some of these stamps. Ooh, foiled Slorg stamp. Yeah, holographic Kultzan stamp. Man, they're really trying to hit home this whole premium stuff. I'm just trying to get. So, by the way, I'm just trying to get back into the swing of things. I don't know how long this video will go. I'm kind of just feeling myself. It's funny, like I've said this before, but when you take a day off from actually doing this, you just feel like you want another day off and another day off. But I'm back. Want to make sure that I get back on here, get back into the routine. Just because, holy crap, I mean, it's like you don't. If you, basically what happened is we got back at 3 a.m. and the girls, our cats, did not have any dinner, so we fed them, of course, because we had to leave way earlier to get to the arena and stand in line and all of that good stuff. But when we got home, of course they're waiting. Ooh, Koyiki Frenzy. Yeah, we got home, fed them, went to sleep. I don't know what time, 3 something. The girls came in at like 5:30 as per usual. Woke me up and then I fell back to sleep and I just did not wake up. I do not set alarms because I normally don't need an alarm at all. I just kind of wake up. But yeah, that day just did not get up. My wife had the day off, which was a pretty smart thing to do. But for me, I was like, you know what? I don't have to see people. I know I can just go to work, which I did. Which I did. It was just painful, really awful kind of day. But at the same time, you know, it was good because I needed to get some work done. But man, I do not regret that experience. It was great. It was, like for a ticket, it was $80, but then with Ticketmaster fees and all that, is probably like 100 something ish, 110, some crazy number. I hate all those freaking fees. Crazy how much like your ticket just goes insane, like price wise. You're like, oh cool, I could buy it. Reminded me of the cruise where they're like, you could go on a cruise for like $500. Wow, look at this. I got 9,932 Neopets found on the ground. So it's like a cruise that you'll get all these emails. I'll say, go on this cruise for $500, and then there's gratuity fees and all these. And if you want certain drink, you want a drink package, taxes, port fees. Yeah, it's insane. That just totally reminded me of Ticketmaster when I had to do that. Nuts. But you know what? Great time. Definitely worth going to it. And they apologized because they went so late. The show went from 8 o'clock to 12 something. Yeah, was it? No, it was like 7. 8 o'clock. No, it was 8. So at 7 o'clock, they had 2 matches before the event actually really started. So that's why it felt like 5-ish hours of wrestling, which is really cool. It was a lot of fun. Oh my god, I love it. And I got to see all the wrestlers that I wanted to see. Some made special appearance, like they weren't listed on the event, but they appeared. So great time, great time. Anyways, Neopets, going back over here, deserted tomb. Oh no, I got stabbed by many spears. As you saw, I lost the obelisk war. A little bit sad. I know people at Neopets Nation talk about there's like a certain guild. So maybe I need to find out a little bit more information before I make my bets. But you know what? I'm okay with it. I don't need those perks. It's kind of like Neopets Premium. I don't need to have that. Well, I do have Premium, but you don't need to have that. You just don't. You know, I started thinking about I was writing to my friend on Neopets yesterday. Oh, 360. Oh no. It's the crash. But I was writing to her about Neopets Premium. I was like, you really don't need it. Like it's Food Club. What happened? 013 upset in the 2 13 13 13 arena. That's the oh look at the doggo. They got their little tongues out. So cool. 24 14 10 4. Alright, it's a safe day. It's a safe day. Very okay day. Not gonna be anything scary day. We're all gonna be okay. By the way, did you see the stock market? Woo! It's crazy. That's what I'm saying. I've been saving up my money for that drop in the stock market. I am utterly prepared, and I'm telling myself every day, don't buy it, don't buy it, don't buy it, don't buy it. Just wait, just wait. So I think at some point I have to just buy a little nibble just in case it stops going down. But maybe that's soon. Just a tiny bit. And that's what you should do. Like the Neopet stock market. You just buy when it's low and it's getting there. So hopefully everybody's okay out there, not freaking out. I saw people. There was one guy that wrote that his father-in-law texted him and said he was going to sell all of his stocks on Monday, and I'm like, that is crazy. That is actually crazy. I would not do that. I would hold on. I mean, unless you have miracle timing, like sell it out and then rebuy. But most people that sell it like that, they are just screwed. I remember back in 2000, the 2008 crash. My the person that sat next to me, her husband went into her 401k and sold everything. Sold everything when it dropped. And then not too long after it went back up, and she was just she didn't even know. She didn't realize because she wasn't one that just follows the stock market. She'd always ask me about the stock market. And when she told me that, I'm like, "Oh my god, that was a terrible mistake. Don't ever do that." So, same thing. It's always interesting to see this play out over and over and over again because people are really, really scared. And I don't blame people for being scared. It's just people don't educate others about the stock market. You don't get any of that information at school. Like when I was in finance class, they don't teach you any of that stuff. They don't teach you real world stuff that you actually need to know. They just go off of like theory and crap. And it's like, you got the real stuff right here. It's happening right now. Oh, college. College. Still, there's things that you can learn from college, but they don't teach you the real practical stuff, which is what it annoys me the most about college. You pay all this money for theory when you can actually just learn the real way. And my other thing about college was it reminded me of like the times where I got taught by a teacher assistant versus an actual professor because the professor, the doctor, the smart doctor that you pay for, he's off doing research. They give him research, so then they give you a teacher, a student teacher to come in there, and it's like, dude, what am I getting paid for? What am I paying you for so that you can go do research? It's the dumbest thing ever. College, man. Like I said, there's people that really need to go to college for multiple reasons, but there's other like I keep seeing when people go on the internet and saying, "Man, teachers," and I'm not saying teachers. My neighborhood is full of teachers. Literally, the guy next to me and the guy across from me, they both of them are teachers in that house. But like when you have that, what I just said, when you have teachers that don't even show up to class. I remember my high school, my physics teacher and my AP English teacher, they both had so many days off that they only came in maybe 10 days out of the year because they had to use all their PTO days. They wanted to, so they'd show up every now and then to say hi. We'd go back to a substitute teacher. That's how it went down. He was one of the mutated citizens of Neovia who attacked Bruno soon after the town returned. Who is this pet? I have no freaking clue. Hmm. Who sounds like Benny? No. Herbie. Haunted hijinks Irie. Phineas. Jace. Oh my god. There's no way. Let me just play this coconut game. We're gonna read this lovely let me just zoom out. The coconut. Barely moved. Hardly moved. Hardly moved. You miss. Hardly moved. Hardly moved. This reminds me of back in the day when no more throws. Oh great. Oh great. Like when I was little, and back in the day, you can actually turn it to channel 99 and you could listen to the pay-per-view for wrestling, WWF. You can listen to it. You see it's just snowy and stuff, but you could just hear the words. It came through perfectly. Remind me of that coconut game because that's what I got. It it comes through, it works, but you don't see the actual picture that goes with it. That is the workaround. That is very sad. But yeah, I loved wrestling so much. Yeah, it was just something fun back in the day. We destroyed lots of furniture, broke the wall, me and my brother and my sister, and my cousins, but it was a lot of fun. It was really great. Okay, let's see. What else? All right. Oh, I have to figure out this answer. And how am I going to do that? Main hall. General? West? Main hall. Main hall. Let's go. Daily puzzle. All right, here we go. 9 hours ago. This is not it. Okay, well, I'm gonna come back to that. I'm gonna look that up on my own. If you knew that answer, congratulations to you. I do not know it. I think that's it. I gotta do I gotta do my reroll. So I got my stamp mache, have it up for sale. I don't really want it. But I got a bottled water fairy TCG, bam. Pirate Neg. I feel like that's not good. It's just a feeling. It could be really good. I have no idea. Pirate Neg. I put it twice apparently. What the heck? Why is it doing it twice? Pirate Neg 250. All right, we re-roll. Come on, baby. Cloud Garland. I don't want Cloud Garland, but how much is that? Why is it doing it twice? Something about copying it from right there and doubles it. 378. No. One more. Water paintbrush. I feel like I'm sticking with this one. I feel like I have no choice. I have to stay with this. All right, let's see what we got. How much is this thing? I know I could go to auctions or something to look this up, but I'm just gonna go here. 800,000. Hmm. I don't like. I don't like it. But I could get something really bad. 80,000. No. Man, I don't like. I don't know. I don't want this. I really don't want it. I really want to hit that. I'm gonna just leave it for now. I can always do it in the future. I have to think this one over. Okay, because there's a lot of better prizes. That's not bad. It's like mid of the road, custom play game. I am going to end here. Like I said, I'm just getting back in the swing of things. I did not look at free employment whatsoever. I have no idea when it re-updates here. And I'm gonna just look at the community. Hopefully you've been doing well. And Neopets been treating you fine. You're getting some good stuff. Let's see. Main, Hana, General. I'm just like so lost. Yo, where the heck is I'm blind. Jen Earl. Wow, okay. Today's not my day. Let's see. Mm, favorite pet. Only talking about Neopets on here is dumb. Alright, this is not a normal way for a forum to function. It's obvious from the past few days that the moderation deficit is completely unimpacted by what topic our boards are about. It's not like people were trolling us about what we ate for lunch. I want to talk about tacos and so what has happened? What has happened? Every other board is for Neopets discussion. It's kind of redundant to have a NC returning players and a general Neopets chat. Having an on-topic general Neo discussion board makes sense, in my opinion. Other games I play have them, like Chicken Smoothie has both. What the heck is chicken? What the heck is Chicken Smoothie? That's a game? Is it with Opta? Do I want to look? What is Chicken Smoothie? Dude. Adopt free virtual pets. Chicken Smoothie. The heck? Is that supposed to be like Neopets? What? Free virtual pets at Chicken Smoothie. Collect new pets every month. Watch them grow, dress them up, and trade with friends. This looked like a place called Pets that I played. Discussion of burritos, quesadillas are more integral. What is the boards get taken down? Wait, hold on. Don't wait for hate. Submit. Link me your Neopets. I don't know. Keep topics Neopets related. Anyone else get a Neo warning about this or just me? No, not just you. I got one on my side. I recommend reading the first page of this thread. What is happening? New thread, since my old one got taken over by people who believe in harassing other users and Neopet TNT has taken no action. I am not inciting anyone to do anything. Speak offsite, harass Neo on social media, delete preview or whatever. Any actions anyone takes are purely their own, have nothing to do with me. What is. Here's the news. Chaos. Users have expressed joy at being trans and have been met with troll threads about celebrating cis people. They've also been faced with harassment at the hands of many other users. This weekend it came to a boil as TNT deleted multiple red threads around the topic. People asking for clarity and moderation was silenced or perma-banned. TNT has been unclear in their communication and moderation. People speaking up about the issues have found themselves targeted and perma-banned by TNT. Multiple people have been getting warned, have had all their threads deleted, etc. At one point over the weekend, TNT suggested people submit a ticket, but then also suggested to use the report button, further adding to the general confusion. Who runs the mod team? Where are they applying policies so incredibly haphazardly? We may never know. One key to note is that TNT has told users in many tickets that they do not have time to actually go after people who are harassing trans people on threads. Some people have been told who are transphobic is not allowed on the boards at all. The shadow rules are confusing and inappropriate. Some users have deleted premium in protest of the haphazard moderation and not clear policies. TNT has suggested that by calling out harassment, those people actually become the harassers. On Sunday, Gendis had its name changed. It is now known as General Neopets Discussion. Oh, that's what that means? General Gen Disc. I never even knew. TNT has been aggressively moderating anything not explicitly about Neopets. Why is this a problem? Some users have cried. Neopets is a game. Sure, but the world is a very scary place for our trans and queer folks, and at the least we give them a space to feel joy and express that joy without fear of being targeted and harassed. We are unsure, and TNT is unclear if they actually support the trans community or if it's all about corporate rainbow washing. That brings us today. Multiple anti-trans hate threads have been allowed to stay up for over 6 hours, even in the face of so many reports. Even more chaos, folks. What is this up about? No one has any idea. It's not been discussed. The mods have said nothing with any sort of clarity. What we do know is that they're saying a lot without saying it by leaving up the hate boards. And what's this? Plant Shop. Here is the editorial link to TNT allowing us to express our identities. So you have this issue here. Thank you, Plant Shop, for additional context as a housekeeping note. Are not welcome to post on this board as they are involved in harassment on the other thread. Any further comments from them, this thread will be reported for harassment. Okay, sorry, I'm just trying to read all of this. Dude, I oh man, this board. And I don't say that as anything about against anyone. If you watched any of my videos, like I came onto this board to talk about the what did we like? Is this someone putting ketchup in a sandwich? Like that kind of stuff. That was my jam. But now we got all of this. Remember, there was a video that I did where I'm like, I kind of want to escape the world by coming on here, and everybody has their own escape. I get it. Like I go to Neopets to play the stuff I've been playing for so many years. You hear me? I don't care about money. I don't really care about items at this point. I look at this thing or the news. I looked at this coin for Neopets Premium, and I said, whatever. It's if you don't have premium, I get it. It sucks, but at the same time, you don't need it. Like coming from someone that's played for over 20 something years, like when you get 20 years out, 30 years out, 40 years out, if you've already played 20 years and still care, it's not gonna matter all that much. I'm not gonna go into my gallery here and like, man, I really wish I got this item. No, I'm just gonna be like, if I even remember it at that point, and be, oh yeah, maybe I should pick that up. But like I go on Neopets to get away from things. That was what I did, right? To me, why if you actually listened through this whole video, you know me, I just talked about some wrestling stuff. I talked about not waking up. it like I use this just to socialize with people, talk to people, right? I have my Neo friend that I met in real life. This is just a way to like get away from it all because right, growing up, depending on what it is, like you have friends, you don't have friends, maybe they're away, and you had some outlet to actually play and talk on. And this is one of the ways, so like trying to escape the world. Like there was one day when I opened up the news. If I open the news right up right now, we're gonna see stuff about the stock market, maybe war in different places, fighting. It's just like, man, can I just have one place where I can go on to where there's not like just some giant battle going on, right? Like the real battle should be about, do you put pineapple on pizza? Like, do I have one of these threads up? That would be very nice to read at this point. That's the battle I want on general Neopets discussion. That would be amazing. But no, you come on and you see this. It's very frustrating to have to go through that. Like it's just, man, people in life. We got lots of important things that go on, but this is freaking Neopets, man. Like we got it. I get it. People want to talk about what they want to talk about, but geez, can we can you draw some lines at some different spots? Like general discussion to me is just what's your favorite color? Can I go back in time? Maybe there's oh shoot. Look, these are like 4 hours ago. I'm on like thread number 11. 16 minutes ago. There's no did they get deleted? Help me choose a rainbow pet. Yeah. Look, the same thing over and over again. So a lot of stuff just got deleted. Man, I miss the good old days where I could come on here and be just talk about like your favorite place to visit or favorite sandwich. That'd be great, man. Or just reminisce about the $5 footlong. Do you remember that at Subway? $5 footlong. Yeah, yeah. Those were the days. Those were the days. But it's not gonna let me get. It's not gonna get me down. I had a good time at AEW. I wish I had more of the pictures put up, but I do not. I just sent that over to my Discord members on my other channel because I know some of them are wrestling fans. So it was just so much fun, so much freaking fun. But that is everything. Like I said, you're one of those people on Neopets general discussion. Don't let that get you down. The world is still your world, and you have many places to talk to people. And hopefully, I don't know. I don't know this. Don't quote me on this. Double check it. Maybe you have a place in a guild that you're allowed to. I know they said general discussion you can, but maybe in a guild you can, and that way you don't get harassed. I feel like that's a way to go if it's allowed. At like right here, look. Me, literally, this guy, not in a guild. Okay, I am not part of any guild. I'm not anything. I have no idea about the rules of the guild. Double check me on that. But if there is a way to get into a guild that and you're allowed to discuss that, then I think that's where you should go. That we can, and then nobody gets banned. I think the worst part about all this is people trying to make a stand or whatever you want to do, and then you lose your account. Like that seems like not the way to go. Because then you're not even part of it anymore. You have no outlet. Your outlet is just deleted, and whatever was on your account is gone. And I'm pretty sure you'd be more upset about that, like losing your access to your account, which gave you the access to talk through this stuff. So just you know, check your emotions a little bit, figure out a better way. But this is apparently the route they're going, and I don't know. I can't tell you which one's right or wrong, right? Like, but I would really love to see is pineapple deserve to be on pizza. I'm not against that. Just to say what my niece, she loves pineapple pizza, pineapple and ham pizza. I'm okay with it. I'm like if you put 10 pizzas in front of me, that's probably going to be one of the last ones that I select, depending on the selection, of course. But that would probably be one of the last ones I go for. But that is everything. I will see you all tomorrow. For sure tomorrow. I'm just getting my Oh, by the way, this is nuts. Before I leave here, I did not realize that my water was not good for me. This is some crazy stuff. I was out there on X yesterday morning as I was walking on the treadmill, just casually walking, just trying to get myself moving in the morning. I'm on this treadmill and I'm looking down, and that morning, yesterday morning, I had a leg cramp. And this thing is talking about how reverse osmosis water is not good for you. And I'm like, what the heck? Because that's what I have. I have a water system in here. I have a water softener, but then I also have a water treatment filter thing. So it does reverse osmosis. It goes through like 3 different filters. So that thing is clean. That water tastes like nothing. It is just pure water, like pure as possible water. And apparently, so I didn't know any of this stuff until I read this thing. My water is just strips out all the minerals, all the good minerals that you should be taking in, the stuff that prevents leg cramps. Yeah, that that's been stripped out of the water, and you're supposed to mineralize your water. I'm like, oh my God. I was like, so all these years after having that, and the times where I felt like my legs were cramping up, like it just because I just drink nothing but water. Like literally, I drink water. I may drink 1 glass of milk at night, but that is what it is, and I am literally hurting myself by drinking my water. It's crazy, and just to find that out now, I'm like, man, I really wish I knew that many, many years ago when I've had all these problems. It's not like I had leg cramps every day, but I swear I drink water and it's not enough, and it's because the minerals in my water are gone, and I'm not just intaking that I'm not replacing it with the food I'm intaking. So that's the problem. So if you're drinking reverse osmosis water, just be careful about that. They were saying it could lead to tiredness, brain fog, and all this stuff. And I'm like, dang it. That means I need to like get these remineralization drops, or at least drink mineral water or something, or change my diet. I don't know. So just a FYI out there, if you're one of those other people out there that do drink that water, because yeah. I just thought it'd be nice to have like water at my sink that's clean that I could just pour out that doesn't taste like chlorine or anything like that, like tap water. Little did I know that was actually hurting me. A little sad. That's that's where I am. Now I have to buy drops. Think about that. Like I make it go through all this process, have it super clean, and then I have to re-add some to it. That is just amazing to me. But that's where I am. And I'll see you all tomorrow. Have a good one. Bye. I can't talk about this on Neopets general Neopets discussion. But that's where we are in life. Take it easy. Don't be too serious. We all have places and things to talk about these serious things. Maybe Neopets could be one of those places, but maybe you just have to do it inside of a guild. I'll see you later. Bye.